Memorial Day is when we honor and remember those who have died serving our country. And we wanted to recognize that sacrifice by talking with a group of veterans. We have servicemen and women with us representing the Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Thank you all for being here. And the one thing that I want to clarify for people who may not understand is the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
Memorial Day is a day of remembrance, to remember those who came before and served before us. Veterans Day is simply that, for those veterans, those who have served and are still with us today.
Well, I like to just go back to Memorial Day was really originally to decorate the graves of those fallen Civil War service. And families would come by carriage and have their meals and everything right at the cemetery so they could decorate the graves. Well, it's transpired now to a Memorial Day is for those sacrifices, those men that have given their lives, those people that have given their all to that.
You find that people also have that, aren't sure of the differences?
Oh yeah, people tell me all the time, they'll come up to me on Memorial Day and say, thanks for serving, and I say, well, this one isn't for me, I'm still alive.
Right. And that's, correct. I'm still alive, and Memorial Day is for those that have given that ultimate sacrifice, and to remember those. Even, if they didn't die in the field, they had wounds or whatever, and they died from those wounds, to just recognize and remember them, and it's an honor.
What does it mean to have served your country? What does it mean to you?
It's pride. It's family pride. It's my parents didn't serve, but my grandfather served. My brother was in the Air Force. My brother-in-law was Army. So we've got quite a bit covered.
It's the same with me. I've got militaries up and down my family line. I got a brother. My brother-in-law's currently active duty. I got friends and family. My father was in the Marine Corps. My best friend's in the Marine Corps, currently still active duty as well. So for me, it's a lot about tradition. It's a lot about family pride, and for me, it's the greatest accomplishment of my life.
For me, it's we have so many freedoms that are in this country available to us, and the only way that I could feel that I could personally pay back for those freedoms was to have an opportunity to serve this nation.
For me, coming from, I'm from Muskegon Heights, and to be able to go back and tell young women that, I retired from the Coast Guard, and they're the Coast Guard, what were you doing in the Coast Guard? And it's a sense of pride to know that, I served, I retired, and I was able to go back and let the young African American women know that, you have opportunities there, and it's just a sense of pride.
And a role model.
A role model. Never thought I'd do that.
Well, I think basically for me, because I've served 34 years in the Air Force, I've seen so many different varieties of different people and different situations that it's a coming on, going on, continuously evolving. So it's not just static.
I can't help it because I laugh because you all represent the different branches. So you do kind of tease each other in the different branches, right?
Oh,
Tell me about that. What's that all about?
Well, I get picked on a lot.
It's like being a family, and you have siblings
Right.
that pick on each other. And even though we all pick on each other, there is a deep respect for each and every one of us, because we've all laid it out there with the opportunity of giving the ultimate sacrifice, knowing that was in the contract.
Absolutely.
Navy picks on Coast Guard.
Oh, yeah.
Some about Popeye and Leo.
What are some of the jokes? What are some of
I can't
the
remember.
needling?
One of my favorite ones is the Marines is a department of the Navy, and my comeback to that would be, we are the men's department.
Oh,
We're always the ones giving them a ride.
But for the Air Force, we have to haul everybody, and so it's normal. We might have a Marine sitting in next to a Navy person sitting on the same airplane. So
But you're all wing nuts.
we're all wing nuts.
Well, thank you all so much for being with us and talking about Memorial Day, and also thank you for serving our country.
Well, you are.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
appreciation.